Alright, it's that time again. Realized I haven't made a video in a while, so we're gonna do one. It's January 15th, 2025. Every now and then I do a video of like showcasing around my yard and my equipment and vehicles and stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. So, had some changes here. We put this up a little bit ago, and we have a nice beefed up workbench, a bench grinder, an anvil, and a forge. My brother wanted a forge, so we got one. And so he comes out here quite often and lights it up and does some stuff. It's our scrap pile. My brother built up these shelves for it, and they're holding up real nice. They're real strong. So there's an old Kawasaki engine. I'll go over that here in a second. And an old blower engine. And here's what we got in here. My brother's motorcycle. And then these two sweet machines that I've only gotten to use once this year. So I'll explain. This is an Exmark Viking 36-inch mower that doesn't have the mower deck. Rather, it's got a special mount for a snowblade. And this is my 36-inch Turf Tracer. Another one of these same mounts, but I had to do a couple little modifications to it, do a little bit of welding, and I put that blade on this one, and it works quite well. Clears really good. It's got good power. It's fast too, so that's a nice thing about it. So about a couple months ago, I acquired a bunch of old equipment from my old work. The equipment I got 2 more 30 mowers. I got this thing. I got these 2 trimmers and these 2 edgers. And I got, what did I get? I got 4 more. I got 4 more BR600 backpack blowers. And I've gone through all of them. So here's 2 of them right here. These are both 2021 models. They look a little beat up because they were in the fleet. I got 2 more here. This one I've had since last year. It's still working good. And then this is one of the new ones I got. And of course, I still have mine right here. Mine's the oldest one in our fleet, being a 2016. I still have my 3 hand blowers up there. Well, I had 4, but the SH56 I've just turned into a permanent shredder vac to just use for shredder vacuuming, because I got 3 other hand blowers that don't get used. So that's that. If we go up here, I have an engine. I also got another FS111R from ProCare, and that shaft has wore the hell out. I think the little dry shaft inside of it is bent, and so I pulled this engine off to try it on there, and it just vibrated like hell. So I'm like, I don't think this is worth keeping. And plus, what happened to this thing, I don't know how well you can see, but there's supposed to be a bearing in there that holds that. Well, that was completely wore out. So I decided, well, this will be a parts engine. Same with this one. Got another one back there. Yeah, I'm becoming a bit of an equipment hoarder. But the thing is, most of my equipment, like all my other trimmers and edgers and my 30 and 21, are at a storage lot in our mowing trailer. And we stored them there for the winter. I'll bring them back. I'm going to bring them back like late February, early March. Go through them, get them running. Still have this thing. This thing is still working great. This one's really nice for cutting grasses because it has a lot more power than these battery ones do. Still got our chainsaws. We actually have two of these now. This one I just need an oil cap for, and it would be usable. And then up here, we've got our three bigger saws. The 290, the 291, and then the 088 Magnum, the big guy. So here's the two FS94s. My plans for these ones, these are going to be at-home trimmers because these Formix ones are just so much better for fleet use. They have a lot more power. They start easier. Yeah, what else can I say? So this is an FS111 RX. Nice thing about these ones is how light they are, yet they're still really powerful and good for fleet use. So, yeah, I'll make another video when I have every piece of equipment here. I'll show it all to you and show you my plans for it. So the mower deck for this thing is actually at my dad's work. I'm storing it there for now. And I'll go and pick it up like March or something. And then I'll store this thing too. This thing works and it pushes snow. It just needs some new tires because these tires are completely dry rotted. These tires are dry rotted and they're leaking from the beads. And you can only fix that by putting a tube in it, and I don't really want to deal with that. So I mentioned that I got two 30s. Yeah, I got two old 30 mowers from there. One of them had a bad frame. There was a big old crack in it. And so out of the two, I built one really nice looking one. A really nice working one. I'll show it to you later, but it isn't here right now just because I don't have any room for it. I already have enough stuff here. I don't need more stuff here. So there's my snowblower. Haven't gotten to use this yet. Rest of my family, they're going up to a scout camp. And they're going to take this to clear out their area because it's going to be snowy up there. All covered in snow. So that'll get used eventually. Got the mini bikes, they still run good. ATVs are in the garage. They're of course working. Let's go up front here. Still got the old green truck. It's coming up on 240,000 on it. And it's still running and driving great. And my Blazer isn't here. My brother's using it. He took it to go to school. My mom's GMC Terrain, 40,000 miles. It's a 2021 model. And of course, my truck, the 2005 Sierra 2500. It's running and driving fine. The water pump's going out in it, I think. because every time you look at it, big old puddle of something under there. And I kind of dug into it underneath the hood, trying to figure out what was going on, and I think the water pump's starting to leak. So I have a new one for it. I'm going to put it in this Saturday. But nothing much has changed with this thing. It's still running and driving fantastic. It's got 186,000 almost. I'll need to change the oil in it soon. But great truck. It runs good, it drives pretty good. It does drink a bit of gas, but that's to be expected with a truck this size. But this thing tows really good. It's really smooth when you're pulling heavy weight. Just handles it so well. It's got good gearing for it. It may not have as much power as like a new diesel, but it's got enough for me. I might as well look in here too. Yeah, almost 240,000 on it. I mean, we got the truck with like 210, I think. So yeah. Yeah, ain't a whole lot to talk about here because I don't have a lot of equipment here right now. I don't have any mowers. Oh, but before I end, I just remembered. One moment. So around middle of last year, we acquired this thing. My dad came home from church one day and he saw this on the side of the road. And he's just like, Tom, there's more on the side of the road. Why don't you get it? I'm just like, all right, sure. And this thing works so good. It runs, it drives, it cuts grass really good, it mulches great. This is actually the exact same model as my grandma's mower, a Craftsman Easy Walk. This one's just a year older, but it works really good. And this one will be like the at-home mower. And and I have plans for all that, every bit of equipment that I have. I'll keep some units, and I'll probably sell a couple units, or try to sell them anyway, because I don't need 5 backpack blowers. Although it is kind of cool to say that I have that many. It's not necessary. So it's kind of random, but this little generator here, this is a few years old now, has been sitting for a little while, and we just recently got it running, and it's working good. It's nice for like plugging in an air compressor or something like that. Works good for that. It has plenty of power. What else can I say? What else is there to talk about? What else? Here's another generator. It's got 2 plugs instead of 1. And that's what we need to run the deep freeze. Yeah, here's the ATVs. I'll get another video out riding those, but right now it's kind of cold and miserable outside to do so. Bicycles and whatnot. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it there. Not a whole lot to talk about right now because it's middle of January, nothing really to do. Yeah, I don't think I've ever talked about this bike. So this is a 67 Yamaha Trailmaster. I forget what variation it is, but it's a decent little bike. Carries my brother around fine. It's got a little 90cc two-stroke engine on it. And this thing runs like a top. It's been pretty reliable. My brother likes it anyway. It used to be orange. You can probably see the little specks of orange on it. But my brother painted this thing up real nice. And he put like bags on it and everything. So, yeah, it's actually got a 2-speed rear gear. So he has a longer chain to hook onto this taller sprocket. And that gives it a little more climbing power. Gives it a little more torque for climbing. But then again, this bike really doesn't have a lot of torque. It's small. It's not meant to go fast. But yeah, that's sad about that bike. I think I'm gonna end it there. Not really a whole lot to talk about. I'll do another video here in a couple months when I get all the rest of my equipment here. And so until then, thanks for watching.